Good afternoon, guys and girls. So we did a thing. We have our next project car once the thing is done and sold. We went to the Sumter swap meet here in Sumter County, Florida. And we picked up this, and it's rough, but look at it for what it's going to be, not what it is at the moment. 1965 Chevelle Malibu SS. It's a true SS car. It's a 138 car with a clear, good Florida title. The doghouse in the front, fenders, bumper, all that is coming later this week. But this car has some rare options. It has the wipers, electronic wipers. It has air conditioning. It's an AC car. This car had the rear antenna, I believe, at one point. It has the factory tinted glass. It was a 283 with a powerglide automatic. It was regal red, it was bright red with a red interior. So that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna go back that way. It does have, the gauges are in it, the dash is still in it, got all the vents for the AC and all of that. All of the air conditioning stuff is still under there. Windows roll up and work good. We do have the rear seat. Again, literally this car was dropped off 5 minutes ago, so bear with me, I haven't cleaned it out yet. We have the new pillars that go there. Roof's pretty good. It does need a Dutchman. Does need this. It does have some rot, but we are going to take care of that and become best friends with the National Parts Depot guys and this Chevelle guy that sold us this. You know, it was one of those things where I walked past it, we looked at it hard. Wasn't intending to buy a car, and by any means. And we came back later, and it was still there. And we talked to the guy, and as we talked to him, he kept talking about more and more extra parts that he has, the front end, and showed me the title, went over the VIN, double checked all of that. It really is an SS. And here's the thing, as rough as this looks, the frame is completely solid. It has the factory 10-bolt rear end that came in it. There's no rust on the frame. It's just ugly paint. And it also, the rockers are good, the doors are good. It's got all the glass. He's throwing in he's bringing us the rear glass later this week. He also has the factory 283 out of a 65 Chevelle wagon that we're buying off of him, and a powerglide. And yeah, so basically you've got a 65 Chevelle Malibu SS, regal red. It's a 2-door coupe. It's got the red interior. It had the floor shifter with the console, bucket seats, red interior, the factory tinted glass, AC car, power steering car, wipers, all of this pretty rare options apparently. So yeah, kind of hard to walk away from this. I think we're gonna take this thing, take the body off the frame, and do what we're doing to the thing, rebuild it, all new suspension and everything. And I don't have any intentions with this car, just so we're all on the same page. I'm gonna put it back to what it was. I think it needs to do that, being it is a real one. And I mean, if it was just a Chevelle, a 65 Chevelle non-SS, I'd probably put a 327 or a big block in it and a 4-speed. But being that it is what it is, with these options, I feel like I need to do it some justice and kind of put it back to what it was, bring it back. So it'll have the stock suspension. We'll get the sway bar on the front. We're just going to rebuild what we have, clean everything up, new bushings, bearings, ball joints, all of that, and new springs and shocks, obviously, and all those kind of things. We'll have the power steering box gone through or replace it, and so on. But it will go back regal red with a, we're going to get the AC working, the factory stuff, because I just think it's cool and it's a challenge, and why not? It'll have the red interior, bucket seats, console. This guy has the original metal powerglide chrome console, and we are getting that from him as well. He has the front and back piece. And apparently the back piece is pretty rare and hard to find, but he has it and it's in really good shape. So I'm getting that with the right shifter. So it looks bad, but it's actually better than it looks, if that makes any sense at all. A lot of the bad is pretty simple. I mean, quarters are, $250 a piece. Dutchman panel, I think I saw for $150 from National Parts Depot. Firewall's in great shape. Doors are in great shape. No rust. Rockers, no rust. Roof's in really good shape, really, considering. A lot of good. We'll probably put floors in it, just because they're not terrible. We could repair them, but again, in the sense of this is a real deal, what it is, I think we'll probably do the factory one-piece floor, spend the money on that, so that when you look underneath this car, it's right. We're not going to go as far as the markings, the factory markings on the firewall and stuff like that, but it will have a 283. We're going to hop up the 283 a little bit, put some heads on it, cam, try to get 275, 300 horse, something like that out of it, with a powerglide. And we'll rebuild the powerglide, which I think we're actually going to teach ourselves how to do, so that'll be a video. I did get a new camera, so you guys know, and a laptop, actually. So we're going to start editing these things. So you'll start seeing time lapses of the work we're doing. You'll start seeing, specialty videos from just very specific things. When we do the quarters and the Dutchman and all that, we'll talk you through it, how we're doing it, what we're doing, so on and so forth, so that if any of you guys at home need to do this, you got an idea of how to do it. And we will go very in depth on numbers and all the things that a lot of guys don't do. They give you a lot of information, but the one thing you absolutely have to have, they seem to skimp right over almost every time. So anyway, this is our new project car, 1965 Chevy Chevelle SS, true SS, factory AC, 283 powerglide car, 10 bolt. It's going to be a nice little cruiser, and that's kind of the idea. So we kicked around the ideas of making, I think it's a Z16, I think is the factory 396 65 Chevelle. They made 201 of them. 200 of them were coupes. One of them was a convertible. It was, I believe they said it was tan on tan on tan, tan top, tan interior, tan paint. That went to someone that worked at Chevy, a Chevrolet employee. And when they sold it, the car kind of disappeared. So if any of you guys have seen a 65 Chevelle convertible that's tan on tan on tan with a 396 in it, yeah, you're probably looking at one of the rare cars on the planet, because they only made one of them. So, and that's what I've read and heard. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but if I am, I apologize. But it's kind of cool. But we thought about doing a, kind of a tribute. But again, being a true SS, I want to do it right. Put it back to what it is. And, we'll be selling this car at some point. And you know, maybe if you're looking for a 65 Chevelle SS, follow along. This might be your car. But that's what we're doing, and we're gonna do a very high quality top end restoration of this, stem to stern, body off restoration. And there's my dad, Big Ron, and this is what we're going to be doing. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is our next project. Thought it was kind of cool. I've got a lot of pictures and stuff I'll post up of this thing sitting at the show where you can actually get a better look at it. But yeah, hope you guys have a great night. We'll let you know when we start working on this, and we'll be back on the thing tomorrow. We pulled the engine out of the Super Beetle convertible today, and that's going to be the engine we're going to attempt to rebuild, if it's any good, for the thing. So there'll be a whole thing on rebuilding a 1600cc dual port Volkswagen engine here shortly for a thing. But yeah, so should have another video out for you tomorrow on the thing, and then we're going to get back on this house. As you can see, water dripping here. It just rained a little bit, and it's just, you know, waterfall off the front of this house. We got to get the gutters and downspouts on, and then we got to get this thing painted. So I think it's going to go, I think it's like a teal color, like an aqua. And I think we're going to paint the door coral instead of yellow. We got new lights, so on and so forth. But anyway, here's our 65 Chevelle SS. We just got it. Wanted to show it to you guys. Hope you have a great night.